Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where last episode Vinland decided to end their alliance with us, and that is, not great. But we, kind of made this. I don't blame them. They're pretty upset at us for that, and we still have Spartania, and we always will have Spartania. So that seems fine. What we need to do right now is be working on improving our current military setup. And we have Cahokia Separatists right up over here. Let's turn these guys around. There we go. And let's go take that out. Excellent. So that seems fine for now. And we should probably do something about our fort setup. It's not amazing at this time. So that's absolutely understood. We'll eliminate these guys. They get an extra 10 years of separatism here. That's not great. But I guess it's fine. So that's okay for now. Cahokia was building a spy network, to no one's surprise. And that's interesting. Why didn't we core these? Why did we core these instead? Huh. I'm going to cancel coring on a couple of these. And we're going to get this one going because it's causing overextension. And this one will have enough... Well, actually not all that soon. Let's cancel these two. That only gave us back 43. Interesting. We're not getting back the amount that I'm expecting here. That's, I guess, fine. We'll just need to save up for 60. So that seems reasonably okay. Now, these guys, I want them spread out, and these guys, I want them spread out as well. So we're going to not be taking that attrition. Do we want trade efficiency or tax modifier? Tax modifier. Excellent. So that sounds good. And at this point, we're going to come in over this direction. Cheyenne Particularists up here. We don't care. They can't actually do anything there. So this is fine. I'm hoping that these guys go take care of it, but Cheyenne can't actually get back to their territory, I'm betting. I don't think they can get access through Vinland. So that's a potential problem for them. We definitely want to core this. That's, of course, causing us overextension. So let's get that done, and then we'll get these finished up fairly quickly. But what we want to do first is we are currently at a combat width of 36. So that, of course, means that we need to bring this up. We're at 17 right now, and we need to be at 18. Yes, that is correct. So we need to recruit one of each infantry and artillery into each of our armies. It's not a huge military expansion, but it's definitely one that we should do. Okay, there we go. Excellent. State of colonists? Actually, we have a colonist that is not assigned. We should do something about that. So let's take a quick peek here. That would be like out over here. Gotcha. So we can send out a colonist out over this direction. In he goes. Excellent. And actually, this just finished, dropping down below 24%, or 25%, as did this one. And 25% is the threshold that we're using for right now. So let's have these guys come on up over here instead. Perfect. One there, and then one here. Excellent. Once we get to the point where all of our provinces are below 25%, we'll probably set our next threshold to 10%. But we do not have a debate in the Senate right now. We should get admin here if we can. Is there admin power? Military power is in here, but not admin. Okay, let's take a quick peek here. We are currently 7 years ahead of time in military technology. So this would end up going to filling out quality ideas, which is fine. I do not mind that. So let's get this coring for now, and let's have our debate then be the military power. So that sounds good. We're at 41% right now. Councils can get some influence. That's the term I'm looking for. Inflation is fine for the moment. Losing some manpower, that's actually completely okay. Losing a little prestige, I would rather not. Corruption, again, I would rather not. We are rooting out corruption very extensively. So yeah, that would not be ideal. Army professionalism does not matter. Admin power, we would definitely not like to do. Legitimacy, no thank you. Admin power, no. Bribe Senate, ideally no. Diplomatic support, absolutely not. Local autonomy is okay. Wow, these are pretty terrible. National impressment is fine. And we can placate the Dynatoy. So that brings us up to 75. But then we're going to have to ignore national corruption. So that puts us at 90. And what else do we have here? Government reform progress? I guess? That's really not ideal. Our legitimacy is already fairly low. As is our Crownland. So, Patriarch Authority. And I'm going to put in 21 military power, I feel like, but that's basically half of what we get here, right? So I'd really rather not do that. But man, this is rough. It's really rough. I'm actually going to spend the 5 prestige. So that's now passed. But that was not pretty. No doubt about that. We could sell titles. We are not selling titles. We do have this agenda out over here, and this is to boost the base tax. So this is going to cost us admin power. That's fine. We're almost through our admin deficit over here, but our Inquisitor just died. So we definitely want to put someone else in here. Hello, missionary strength is pretty good. We'll take that. So this will boost up our missionary strength. That's excellent. No issue there. And we'll have enough admin power to get these completed soon enough. So that seems good, and we're banking up some manpower. That's absolutely fine right now as well. We have no leadership here, and we're taking attrition. We should move these guys up to here, and we should definitely recruit a general. Okay, so there we go. There's a general recruited. And all of these guys should, of course, be drilling at this time. So let's get them going on that. We want to have our drill up as high as we can. So something along the lines of this and this. There we go. Now, what's our force limit? Okay. So we would need 72 available force limit to get a 4th army. Understood. Well, we just got 714 ducats. That's not bad. We can invest these ducats into getting more ducats, which we are certainly interested in doing. Nothing really in the churches that we want to build right now. I suppose we could build these. And then if we go in here, we can sort by cost and see which ones are upgrades. So these ones are upgrades. So as long as they are upgrades and over 0.1, I think that's fine. So that would be something like this, and then going down through here, this one would be acceptable. This one would be acceptable. So there are a few in there that we can definitely build. We don't have time for this. That's a little bit of unrest. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. We can't build another basilica just yet, but that's fine. We are still negative stability. I keep hoping that we're going to get a free stability, but that's not been happening. Gaining 5 prestige and some Patriarch Authority is not bad. So Prevlon, out over here. This is Elysian Orthodox, so we don't really need the missionary strength. I'm going to take that. Okay, so that sounds fine, and we're going to get these 2 cores going here. Excellent. And now, of course, we need to come out over this direction to get some admin power spent on our taxation here. Wait, was that taxation? Yeah, taxation at 6. Okay. We lost a general. And our heir is an embezzler. So that's not ideal. But we definitely need to roll up another general here. And how are our colonists? This guy needs to come back. Okay, so we're done in Nicaragua for now. And we need to just head into our development. Okay, so we already have a colonist there, so we need to send one here. Perfect. So that's fine. We are continuing to work on our development, and that's looking good for the moment. So if we look at our on-paper power right now, right, we currently have 216. If we compare that to Vinland, they have 123. So we outnumber them roughly 2 to 1. They're Miltech 22, and we're Miltech 22. So that's not really an issue either. So that's looking pretty okay. Now, back over here, Nia Alexandria, we need to take this up to base tax of 6. So we can do 5 for right now. And then we'd need 52 admin power. So we'll have that in just a couple of months. That's really not too bad. So that seems okay for the moment. Out of curiosity, could we get a dip power out of our... Would this be Barbaroi councils? Emperoi? Emperoi. It'd be 10% Crownland. That's painful. We could afford the loyalty equilibrium. That's not a problem. I'm going to do it, but we're not happy about it. So we're going to need to seize Crownland, and that will be utilizable in 3 years. We have a lot of Crownland that we need to take back. So we need to work on that very, very heavily. No doubt about that. And I also want to come back in over here, boost this up. There we go. So we gain some loyalty and prestige, but it's nothing too major. So that's fine for now. We're not going to be selling titles anytime soon. I'm going to right-click that so I'm not tempted. We absolutely need to be working on our Crownland, but we also should be working on some of this, right? So let's sort by the cost here to find actual upgrades. And if any of these are 0.1, we'll go with it. This didn't actually... There, it took it. Odd timing, but sure. So we'll get these going. Perfect. And there's still some of these. Like, we can see there's quite a number of these. So we can also sort it like this and see which one of these are here, right? So we can see that there's quite a number of these that we are actually interested in building. So that's noted. There's a core finishing, and that's great, and a conversion, and a base manpower, and a base manpower. So those are all absolutely fine. Very, very good. Now, how are we doing on our next dip tech? That's going to be available in April of 1685, so that's about 3 years away. Noted. There's a bunch of cores finishing. That's very good for us, and we need another Senate seat. You'll do. So that looks great, and we can make this into a territory, or this territory into a state. We can make this into a state, and is that all of them? Yes. How many territorial cores are we going to need here? That's not terribly bad. We can get those started, but of course, now we're going to need another seat in the Senate. So that would be something down over here, probably. Yeah, you'll do. So that seems fine for now. A gold rush, that's a lot of gold. We also lost another military leader. So we're having a hard time keeping these generals alive. And that's costing us quite a lot of admin power, or rather military power to upkeep. So that's understood. We did just get a bunch of money, and I want to sort here, and we're going to go down to here, and we're just going to start building from here. Excellent. So that's all of those built. Sounds great. And then we can see our actual churches. Those are fine. Workshops, nothing to be built there. Sounds great. So then next up, we'd be going for a manufactory. Let's get that done. Excellent. What's our income right now? 33.57. And that's still rooting out corruption, which is going to be gone in about 6 months. So that's looking good. Vinland wants to trade soldiers for favors. Why? We're not allied, Vinland. You're hostile to us. We're not giving you soldiers. That's not going to be a thing. Okay, so there's another core finishing. That's great. Our overextension is down to 4.4%. So that's looking absolutely excellent. We're going to continue to make full cores here. Vinland canceled the military rights, or military access rights. That's fine. So they could actually walk up through Vinland. Good to know. So that's okay for the moment. Let's see. We are maxed on our Vinland reputation, so we're going to pull back that guy. That'll be fine. I don't think Vinland is actually going to attack us anytime soon. We are, I think, a fair amount stronger than them. Yeah, we're number 2 in the world, behind Spain. And Vinland is number 5. Now, they're allied with Portugal. We don't actually care about that exactly, but for now it's okay. So we've got these guys over here, and these guys are still allied with Cahokia. So we can fight Cahokia in 1692 there, and then this would be 1694. Vinland can fight them at any time. So that's understood. That is absolutely an issue for us. Base manpower and a core finishing up. Ooh, we're going to take, I think, the mercantilism here. We don't really need the manpower recovery speed. We're getting close to our cap, although the national unrest would be neat. But I'm going to take the mercantilism for the moment, and we're going to get another manufactory going in. Excellent. Base production sounds wonderful. We're delighted to have all that. Also, note how we are currently done with rooting out corruption. Base power and man tax coming in here. Did I say base power and man tax? Okay, that's the words now. Those are base power and man tax. I like it. Oh boy. So we're currently making 73 ducats per month. That's a lot of ducats per month, and we could consider putting that money into exceeding our land force limit and having a 4th army. I'd probably station that in this area. For the moment, let's start building 1 division of a 4th army. So I'm going to put in a horse artillery down over here. So that sounds good. We're going to get this done on the next month tick. And that's a core finishing. Excellent. Okay, so that's now completed. And we could grab quality education here. We are 4 years ahead of time. This is saying we're going to have this in 5. So actually, we should be putting our military power into technology at this point. So that's fine. We can do that. We will then ignore this for the moment. And that sounds absolutely wonderful. Pawnee separatists up here. That's a long ways away. So they're going to get some separatism. It's not ideal, but we'll head up there. Yeah, that's going to take a while. So that's a bit unfortunate. We can make a state out over this direction, and that means that we'll need more coring, which is absolutely understood. We'll get that going for now. Excellent. And we do, of course, need another Senate seat. Now, our truce with Vinland is currently up, and we need to decide, do we want to fight Vinland? The answer to that is not immediately, but eventually, for sure. So I think for now, what we need to do, of course, is the numbers here are 18, yeah? Yeah. We need to bring this up to 18 cannon. And then this is going to be 16 and 2, like that. So that's 1 army half. And as you can see, that's going to put us up over our force limit. So that's understood. We're going to move these guys back to Alesia for now. And we'll get this cord. Perfect. We can sell titles again. We don't want to do that. Okay, so we're going to have this core done in a couple of months here. This is going to be, what, 3? Yeah, actually 4. It's going to be 4. But that's okay. So there's more cores finishing. At this point, all we need for our coring is this. And that's wonderful. We'll have that done very, very soon. So this is now basically done. We're just waiting on 1 more unit of cavalry. We have Apache separatists out over here. That is not very far away from these guys. So let's make sure that we're going to fight this after this month's tick. That's going to be... There we go. That's what we want. So we finished up another colonization improvement of development. So that's wonderful. And this does not currently have a leader, right? And that's going to be painful. How many generals can we have? We have 5 and can have 7. Okay, that's perfect. So 7 is the exact number that I wanted to be able to have. So that sounds great. We can get this core completed, do it, and get back to drilling here. Now, what do we have here. So this is going to be... Where is this? Up here. Okay. I'm going to put these guys up over here for now. We're just going to have them sit there for the moment. So that seems fine. We can seize land. The Dynatoi are not happy. So what we should do right now... And the Barbaroi Councils actually control quite a lot of this land. But we should seize land back from the others, I think. Or we could just seize here. It's kind of the same thing, isn't it? It shares a cooldown. And we can just cycle them so that we can do it on cooldown. So let's seize a council land for right now. That'll be absolutely fine. This will reduce our manpower recovery speed, but that's okay. And we can set an agenda, so we're going to definitely do that. What are we interested in? Building a manufactory in Netros? We would take the base production. Ooh. A university in Elysia, though. And that would give us 35 of each category. That's actually quite tempting. I'm going to take that. So here in Elysia, we're interested in building a university then. And that means I'm going to get rid of the barracks. And we're going to build a university. That's also going to give us an extra building slot here. So we'll be able to build something else there too. But we really don't need the barracks at this point. So that's fine. Okay, so with that underway, we're very, very, very interested in getting this next diptech. That'll be useful. And how are we doing on our land force limit? Okay. I feel like we can exceed our land force limit and get another army here. So I'm going to do that. We're going to grab simply a horse artillery there for now, and then we'll expand that in a moment. So that seems good for now. And these guys are taking attrition here. Head on up over this way. Ooh, this is a free stability. Yep, we're taking this. Nobility cannot be bought. That's beautiful. So a free stability is absolutely huge for us right now. That means that this is... I mean, this is still probably going to happen. So that's understood. We are going to be having this cannon down here finishing up eventually. Yeah, that'll be fielded very shortly. Vinlandic Columbia wants military access. They're at war with Britain. Huh. This is a potential opportunity. Defender against Great Britain. Now, Portugal's helping them, but as we can see, they have no manpower. 186k soldiers. Portugal only has 33k manpower, 112k soldiers. They also only have 58 ships, so they would have a bit of a hard time attacking us. Very interesting indeed. Okay. We should probably think about increasing our trade fleet for one thing. So building this up to the force limit would not be a bad idea. We'll do something like that. And then I'm still interested in completing this guy, getting this done. So that's going to take us up to 18, 2, and 18, like that. So that's going to take us well beyond our force limit, and that is understood. I'm interested in seeing what our economic situation is once that happens. Cheyenne Particularis up here does not matter. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to be expanding this out, and here's these guys spawning. We knew that that was coming. We were pre-positioned for it. And I want to get a new leader here and get this drilling. Okay, so there's all that power coming in. That's excellent. Absolutely wonderful. And we know that we're interested in getting this next Miltech. We're 2 years ahead of time right now. So that's noted. Base tax increasing. I like it. Nothing really to be done up here just yet. But for the moment, I'm going to move these guys back towards Elysia. So, if we attack Vinland right now, what are we interested in taking from them? I feel like territory out here is what we're interested in taking at this moment. This is territory that we can probably take quite a lot of. And I think that would be a very, very good thing. So we'd be interested in doing that. We'd be interested in making sure that Cahokia is not going to fall under Vinlandic control. So if we were able to push this around here and fully encircle Cahokia, other than these provinces, that would be great. And then take a bunch of territory out over this direction. So it would be, you know, like taking a chunk kind of like this would be ideal. Well, like this would be ideal. I don't know how much of that we'd actually be able to take, but I'm very, very interested in potentially fighting them here. Portugal would join this. They have 66 reasons to. But I don't think that matters. I don't know where... I mean, this is Aruba and Dominica. That's in the Caribbean. Where's Svothar? I see. Well, we don't have to actually take that. So that's definitely an interesting option. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to think very, very strongly about attacking Vinland. I think we're probably going to do it. This is a good opportunity to start cracking into their power. And I think that's absolutely something we should do. Yeah, I'm pretty much decided. We're going to do this. But we need to get into position first. So we'll do that first and see what our economy is like with this military expansion. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.